the potential of artificial intelligence in academia. The main objective of the FDP is to enhance the understanding of artificial intelligence, its concepts, application, and beyond it, academia, and also to increase the skill to integrate artificial intelligence into the teachings and research. I extend my welcome once again resource persons and my dear organizer team. Thank you all. Over to Patho.
Thank you, sir, for your inaugural speech. Now, I may request Mr. Bijit Para to kindly introduce the speaker of session one, Professor Surajit Borkotokey from Dibrugarh University, Assam. Bijit, over to you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Bijit, you are audible.
Okay, whether Borkotokey sir has joined or not. Sir, are you there? Probit, please unmute Borkotokey sir. Please check whether sir has joined or not. Yeah, sir has joined. Okay, now, thank you, Pathana. A very good morning to each and everyone present here. Now, I would like to take the privilege of introducing our expert for today's session, Professor Surajit Borkotokey sir. Sir has many achievements. I would like to highlight some of his achievements. Sir is currently working as a professor in the Department of Mathematics, Dibrugarh University, and Sir has 26 years of teaching experience. Sir is also working as Dean of Student Affairs, Dibrugarh University since 2022, and Sir is also holding the position as the Director in the Office of International Affairs, Dibrugarh University since 2020. Sir also worked as head of the Department of Mathematics, Dibrugarh University, and also he was the former chairperson of the Center for Computer Science and Application, Dibrugarh University. Sir has served as visiting faculty at the Beijing Institute of Technology, China during the years 2014 and 2016. Indo-US Fellowship at Louisiana State University, USA during 2011 and 2012. Visiting faculties are also worked as visiting faculty at Solvak University of Technology, Bratislava, Slovakia during 2017. So far, Sir has published 80 different research articles in various SCI and Scopus Index journals with high impact factors. Sir has published more than 15 book chapters. His area of research includes cooperative game theory, networks, fuzzy sets, and aggregation operators. Till date, 9 PhDs have been awarded and 7 more scholars are pursuing PhDs under the supervision of Borkotokey sir. Sir has received many grants, awards, fellowship, distinctions. Some of them can be stated as UKRI Award for joint project between Dr. Rajneesh Kumar from Queen's University, Belfast, UK, and Dr. Surajit Borkotokey from Dibrugarh University. Sir has also received Going Global Partnership Award from the British Council. Sir has received Academician Best Teacher Award for the year 2021 from the Northeastern region. Sir is member of very prestigious bodies like International Game Theory Society, European Game Theory Association, American Mathematical Society, etc. Sir has developed a course on real analysis on SWAYAM platform recently. Moreover, Sir has been serving as a potential reviewer and editorial member for various international journals. We feel very honored to have such a decorated academician with us today as resource person for this first session of the 5 days FDP. Thank you, sir, for accepting invitation and joining us. Partara, now it is over to you. And
Thank
it is
you,
over
Vizit.
to Borkotokey, sir.
Thank you, Vizit, for your introduction of Professor Surajit Borkotokey, sir. Sir, I have already made you a co-host, so you can proceed with your presentation and with your talk. Thank you so much, sir.
Uh, Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. First, let me share my slides. Yes, can you see my slides or maybe my computer screen?
Yeah, we can see your computer screen. Now we can see your slide. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my understanding about this very relevant topic. And I appreciate the organizers, Partha, Bizit, and all the organizers of Jaya Gogoi College, including the principal, who happens to be a good friend of mine, Dr. Romeo Das. So it's very pertinent, it's very relevant at this outset, and this era of what to say, digital era. And also, as Dr. Partho has also already mentioned in his welcoming address, that we have two Nobel Prizes this year, one in physics and one in chemistry, that has direct connections with this artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence has been the hot cake at this moment, and therefore I appreciate your effort for organizing this FTP. Basically, maybe 6 months to 8 months back, our university was like some people in our university, the decision makers, you can say, they thought that we should have an AI policy because our students, our teachers, they are using AI, but the ethical uses or maybe the suitable uses, proper uses of the AI should be properly governed and should be properly, monitored. And therefore, university has crafted a committee for framing the policy, air policy. And fortunately, I was also a member of that committee. And then I found, while looking at different universities' policies across the globe, I found it's very hard to find out a governing or monitoring policy on AI because it's an emerging area. But whatever was possible maybe 2 3 years back, it's completely obsolete now. Something new has emerged. Therefore, it's very dynamic and it's very volatile. And then, while discussing about what should be included in the policy, we all the members, we went through different courses. Like I happened to attend a course on AI ethics and prompt engineering from Coursera. So that's a platform like our SOYAM. So then I realized that it needs to be taught from a different perspective. Like AI is inevitable nowadays. AI is inevitable, and so if we want to kind of block AI on ethical grounds, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. Anyhow, we have to accept it, the use of AI, but sensible and ethical use of AI should be there. So our students, our teachers are to be taught how ethically, how sensibly, how responsibly we can use AI in our teaching, learning, and research. So based on that idea, what I am going to talk today, I am planning my presentation in today's event, and I understand that this is the first talk of this whole FDP, so it would be little bit introductory in nature. So as I have seen, most of the participants in this FDP are assistant professors, and many of you are much more familiar than me, in fact, because this is a new thing for me. So I accept my limitations. At the same time, I expect that your comments and suggestions will be very much useful for enhancing my understanding, my knowledge on this topic. So with this at the background, let me start with so what I am doing, my slide is not changing. Okay, I should use this. Yeah. So going back to a little bit of history, we can see a big change in the 21st century education. As you can see, it's a big paradigm shift. And now we have information overload. We have overloaded information. Everywhere you will get information. The main important aspect is to find out the exact information or the right information for the right topic, right area, right whatever. So information overload is a very big issue in some change. It is also a challenge for us, all of us. Then we require personalized learning, because this is under this paradigm shift. As you have seen, we are under this NEP 2020 itself. We are talking about outcome-based education. So every student has to learn something, or has to show that he has learned something from the course or something from the class. Therefore, we have to focus on every student's learning, understanding. And because our target of GRE is also 50% in 2030, therefore we need to bring out some mechanism where more students are being enrolled to our institutions. At the same time, we have to kind of incorporate this personalized mode of learning. Then digital literacy is like is a big kind of it's a phenomenon. So digital literacy is a phenomenon where we can see that the new generations, the students, mostly I'm talking about the students, they are more digitally literate than us, people like us. And therefore, we have to be kind of, stepping along with them. It is a challenge for all of us. And at the same time, we as teachers, we need to guide them also, this new generation, while they are digitally very much literate, they are very much proficient digitally, but it is our responsibility or duty to guide them or to supervise them, that they take the proper avenue, they take the proper road, the proper pathway, right? So then there came the internet. So as I was talking about the 21st century paradigm shifts, so during 1996, 97, when we were students, master students, that time we were exposed to the internet, but that internet is completely different from what we are getting now. So it's a big kind of, what to say, it's a big change or development, improvements is going on. And this development is very much it's rapid. At the same time, it's very much, it's very much kind of strong in some sense. So this internet has transformed the higher education in a very big way, right? Then accessibility is an interesting phenomenon, and the internet has democratized access to the educational resources. So nowadays, we with the help of Google search, we can find out different resources wherever it is available. We can at the tip of our click will get different resources. So accessibility is high. Then we have online courses like these MOOCs, massive open online courses that being provided by, in our India, it is Swayam. And if you go beyond India, then you can go for this Coursera, and so many other platforms are there through which you can have, even in YouTube also, without having any course structure. In YouTube also, you can get lot of resources, online courses, resources, any course you name, and there is a kind of YouTube video from where you can learn so many things. So similarly, collaboration is another very important aspect. Now we are using that technology, and I am here sitting in Dibrugarh at my own office, and I am collaborating with you all people through my internet. And that way, I can also collaborate in my teaching, in my learning, in my research. So that's a paradigm shift in terms of educational scenario, and this is because of this internet. Then we had the Google search that improves the access to information. This is just the beginning of what I am going to talk about, and you can say that this is the historical, some genesis I have to start with. That's why I am putting these slides. Now information retrieval is nowadays very much easier for us. Then research efficiency is getting higher and higher with the advent of Google search. Then there are other search engines also there. I will talk about them at a later period. And then it gives us some kind of some avenues for critical thinking as well. So if you look at different sources of say papers, different sources of some information, then you can critically think, or you can critically judge or evaluate which paper will be most relevant for you, which topic will be most relevant for you or pertinent to your area of research or kind of area of teaching. So that these are some of the attributes. Then there came artificial intelligence. So till then we had Google search, internet, all these things, and then there came artificial intelligence. Probably we are all familiar with these symbols. Meta is everywhere nowadays. WhatsApp, you can see. In Facebook, you can see Meta. Meta is an artificial intelligence. You can interact with them in Facebook or in WhatsApp, and you get lot of information through Meta. Then if you look at the SBI app, AI tool, that is ILA, Ask ILA. So that ILA will be giving you some answers. Usually this ILA is not so intelligent, because you can see there are some standard questions being framed over there. And then if you choose one of them, then ILA will tell you, ILA will answer your questions. If you are not satisfied with ILA, then only there will be the customer care executive. Earlier, we used to talk to the customer care executive at once. Immediately, if we want to talk, then we can talk to him or her. But nowadays, there is an AI interface. Only after we are not being satisfied with this AI interface, only then we'll go for the customer care officer. This is something like kind of AI is changing the whole mechanism in some sense. Then we have Alexa, Amazon Alexa. Alexa will give you different answers to your queries. It provides you playlists of music. It provides you so many things. So this is Alexa. Then you have Siri in your iPhone. You have Google. Okay Google. If you say Okay Google in front of your mobile, if it is an Android mobile, and immediately Google will help you in giving you answers and all these things. And similarly, there is the Duolingo. Duolingo is a language learning AI tool through which you can learn language. So you don't require an instructor. If you want to learn French, if you want to learn Korean, if you want to learn any subject, any language, immediately you can switch to Duolingo and you can learn that language at your own pace. So these are some of the very interesting AI tools we have been using, we are very much familiar with, and they are being part of our life nowadays, day-to-day life. Then let me now come to a very basic question. What is actually artificial intelligence? Because this whole FDP is on artificial intelligence and its effect on research. Therefore, I think this is very much pertinent for me to put this question. And let me give a kind of a brief way of explaining what is artificial intelligence. Say it is mimicking human thinking. Human thinking is to be mimicked, but through some mathematical process. Then it has machine learning. Machine learning means it has lot of data being put into the machine, and the machine learns from the data, learns the patterns, and accordingly it will try to kind of predict certain things in the future, or maybe whenever it is being asked about that. And then it has applications. It has from voice assistants, then self-driving cars. Maybe you are familiar with Tesla cars and Google cars. That has been a reality now. So these are some of the applications, and there are numerous applications, but mostly will be focused here in this particular session. We'll be focused only on teaching, learning, and research. Then there is another question, that how intelligent is artificial intelligence? Or how intelligent is artificial intelligence, I would say. So it is the intelligence we understand. It is not that intelligence the artificial intelligence is equipped with. It is a specialized intelligence. It is excellent, or it excels at specific tasks, but it is not possible. It may be not possible to do all the things whatever we do with human intelligence. But at the same time, it has a kind of continuous improvement process. Like whenever you fit more data into the artificial intelligence system, then it will learn more things, and accordingly it will give you better results and efficient results. That is, the continuous improvement is taking place, going on. Then of course human superiority is always there, because this artificial intelligence is, I will come to that point later also. This artificial intelligence is just an invention or a discovery of the human intelligence. So human superiority is always there. Then how artificial? The first thing is, how intelligent is artificial intelligence? And the next question is tricky question, is how artificial is artificial intelligence? So here, why it is artificial? Because it is not natural. So it is a human creation. It's a product of human ingenuity, crafted through computer programs and algorithms. It's a computer program, simply a computer program. And these computer programs are based on some algorithms. And it has limited understanding. because of numerous data it can process at a very small amount of time, it has got processing speed more than the human intelligence. But the understanding, the way we understand the artificial intelligence is yet to understand those things the way we understand, right? Then it is distinct from natural intelligence. So while understanding certain things, our human intelligence is something like that. It uses its own experience, it uses its emotions, it uses its kind of different attributes. But in case of artificial intelligence, it is only a kind of simulation, or it is only a kind of data analytics, where you just feed data there, and based on different statistical techniques and other techniques, pattern recognition and other techniques, it tries to analyze the data and it tries to predict certain things. It's not same as the natural intelligence as we the humans enjoy. Till now, I think everything is going all right, like technically, Partho and Visit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everything
Yeah,
is
it
okay.
is all right.
Okay. So
Everything is okay.
yeah. If there is a possibility that the link may be distorted, then you just give me a call. Okay.
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I'm keeping my mobile with me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we go one step forward with this generative AI. And one more thing, that if somebody wants to clarify certain things or add something, you can interrupt me, and you just put the question, and maybe Visit and Partho will help them.
Yes, sir.
Let me
I have
know.
already posted that if they have any question, then kindly raise their hand and ask on the platform so that I can convey to you.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Then what is generative AI? Generative AI is characterized by these three attributes. It has content creation. It can create content, new contents, but based on whatever data is being fed over there. So it can create contents. It can create new content like texts. It can create image. It can create music. It can create videos, whatever. You just give a prompt, and your prompt, that's a very interesting area, in fact, nowadays, that is called prompt engineering. So it's something like writing a code for your software. Like, if you write a proper prompt, if you follow all the rules of writing a prompt, and if you are creative enough, then you get very nice contents. Okay, so I will come to that point also. What are the basic requirements for getting your AI to be a very effective way of presenting your teaching and research contents, or maybe your research contents? Then it has enhancement of efficiency. So generative AI can accelerate manual or repetitive tasks, because earlier we used to be involved in different tasks which were very much repetitive, very much dull, boring, and we had to do the same problem again and again, again and again. The process goes on, okay? And we had to spend a lot of time on those things rather than putting our time into some creative things. Whenever, say, I use Google Map, say I want to go to, say, a place, Guwahati. So if I want to go to a place in Guwahati, I just use my Google Map, and after maybe 1 hour or 1.5 hours, there will be some advertisements on my, say, Facebook, or on my YouTube, or on my Yahoo, that this is the best hotel in Guwahati. So how this information is being passed to the artificial intelligence or passed to the system that I am going to Guwahati. So I am going to Guwahati is an information being passed to the system, and immediately the system sells this information to different agencies, and those agencies are responsible for giving me, putting some advertisements, giving me the information about best hotels in Guwahati or reasonable hotels in Guwahati. So this is kind of personalized experience, and there are millions of people, and if some at least 3% or 10% or 20%, even 100%, if they use this Google app, Google Map, and immediately they will be given this type of suggestions. Each of them will be given this type of suggestions. That means it is a very much personalized experience. Then basically these are the 4 functionings of generative AI. It creates or generates image, it generates text, it generates audio, and it generates video. So these are the 4 things it creates, and all 4 components it generates will be useful for our teaching and learning process, and also in case of research. I will come to that point in the next. So basically, what skills do you need to make the best use of generative AI? Because generative AI is providing some information all the time. It will give you whatever questions you are going to ask, accordingly will be given some answers to that. But the question is how efficient or how useful the answer being provided by that generative AI. So think about ChatGPT. ChatGPT, many of us are familiar with. We are using ChatGPT. Now, if you show your kind of your own experience, if you look at your own experience, you can see in ChatGPT there are sometimes you will find a lot of useless kind of answers, responses, which will be kind of, which will be in fact completely bogus. We don't require those type of, very much irrelevant. Those things are there. So definitely it is on you, like it goes on you, whether you are properly using or whether you are having that skill to use the best of generative AI. So the first thing you need, the domain expertise. Suppose I am giving you an example. Suppose I am a man of mathematics. I'm a student of mathematics. So if I want to teach my students algebra, and I ask ChatGPT to prepare a course on algebra, which I am going to offer to my students. ChatGPT will be giving me different options, different choices, different areas. It's my responsibility to check which of the topics I am going to teach my students based on these suggestions, because I am the right person, because I am the right kind of evaluator. I have the right judgment of my students, that these students, their level is this much, and with their level I can only teach them these many topics. ChatGPT does not know that. Even though you can provide ChatGPT that you can give an instruction that my students are undergraduate, then ChatGPT will be, again, it will be unable to figure out whether your students are in Surajit College, whether they are in Dibrugarh University, whether they are in Delhi University or somewhere else. So kind of, this type of, differences of the level of cognition of my students, I am the right person to judge that. And therefore, my domain expertise, my judgmental skills will be required for, making the best use of this type of generative AI. Similarly, I need some problem solving aptitudes, and I need also questioning skills. That is a very important thing. Like even in generative AI, you may not be satisfied with the first response it is providing to you. Then you have to, you have to interact with it, that I need this, I don't require this. Then it will give you another response. Then again you have to interact. I need this, I don't require this. Can you be little bit more precise about it? Something like that. You are talking to someone, some of your friends with whom, some intelligent friend with whom you can share your understanding, share your learning. So that's question skills are very important in that aspect. And as I have already mentioned about this ChatGPT, it is a generative AI model that excels at generating conversational text. It's very popular, and it can have lot of you can do many things with ChatGPT. And the GPT stands for Generative Pre-training Transformer. Now all these generative AIs, they are actually large language models, LLM. They are called large language models. So I don't want to go into the technical details of these models, how they work. It is a little bit on a technical side. If someone from computer science or who work on the software development of these large language models, they will understand and they will be giving more insights to these things. Even for a layman like me, I understand that large language models are powerful AI systems that analyze patterns in massive data sets. So you need a large data set of texts to generate responses, right? So it mimics the human intelligence in the sense that, so our intelligence is based on neural networks. So in most of the large language models, they use artificial neural networks. The way human understands or learns certain things, they try to mimic that, right? And this is where the Nobel Prize is being awarded in physics this year. These three scientists who got this Nobel Prize in physics, they were working on it. They try to mimic the human intelligence in the system of artificial intelligence through this artificial neural networks. Then it has kind of a training module on massive text data sets. So the way we understand, it is not exactly the way the artificial intelligence understands. The understanding is itself a different kind of thing here. Here you have a training on massive text data set. So you have to train it. The whole system is being trained with a massive text data sets, and then there will be some frequencies, kind of studies, analysis, then different type of statistical analysis going on takes place, and finally, based on that, there will be some kind of simulation, and then the generative AI will be performing in its own way. And then predicting the next word, then adjusting parameters. These are some of the things this generative AI or large language model they used to have. Then the patterns and the context, they are being learned in the large language models. So syntax and grammars are being used, that large language models detect and store patterns in language. They detect and store certain kind of patterns, that how many times and is being used, or how many times some particular syntax is being used, and what is the grammar, tone, and common phrases. These are being stored in different types of patterns, and accordingly it will use it. Then word associations. So a particular word is associated with another word. How many times this is being done? These type of things are being statistically analyzed. For example, Paris and France are related. So this large language model will will connect these parents and friends together in some sense. Then what are the limitations and challenges? It has a lack of true understanding, as I have already mentioned. So large language models generate responses based on pattern recognition rather than understanding the meaning. So when we understand certain things, we understand through the meaning. We have some kind of understanding that is a kind of realization. It's something to do with our consciousness. But here, this large language model, it is not conscious in that sense. It just tries to correlate the different words, different patterns, and based on that, it tries to make some pattern recognition kind of things. It is not the same way we understand, or we have the understanding, we have the feeling of understanding. That feeling it does not have. Similarly, it has biases also. Recently, I saw, I tried with an AI tool where I tried to ask the AI tool to make a video of two Bihu dancers. Bihu is a kind of, our Assamese festival. It is the main festival of Assam. It is celebrated during April, during January, and during October. So the most popular festival, or like the duration of the Bihu festival, is during April, that is the spring. And then I asked to create a video with two Bihu dancers on the by the side of a river with a tree, and there will be some birds like that. And then when I asked this generative AI to create a video on that, then it created something which is not a Bihu dance. The dancers were not Assamese dancers. Finally, they turned out to be some Korean dancers. So this is kind of biasness. Because probably the artificial intelligence, the whole system is not fed with the information about our Bihu dance, about our Bihu dancers, about our Assamese people, and therefore it could not create actually whatever it was supposed to create. Therefore, that biases is always there. And sometimes it is based on the feeds. It is based on the inputs that is being fed. Therefore, sometimes it has some biases, it has some racial things, it has some sexist comments also, some sexist statements also it can provide. So these are certain some kinds of biases. That is kind of limitation to this generative AI. Then context limits. So sometimes they after some say after 5 or 6 interactions or 10 interactions or 100 interactions, they fail to remember what was exactly the context initially. So this type of context limits are also there. Okay, so these are some of the limitations and challenges. Then again, I have already mentioned, you can see there is a human and there is a robot. The robot signifies for artificial intelligence. So human understanding is something like the human. The boy imagines a fox. It will be coming like that in his mind. But when the robot imagines a fox, or if it is given the description of a fox, then it will be some kind of an algorithm. It is nothing like a fox for his mind. Even though he can create a fox with that, but it is in his mind, the understanding is not of a fox, but it is of an algorithm that is being given in this particular picture. Then context and common sense, I have already mentioned this. Then human learning is human intricate experiences, emotional responses, real world interactions over time, and that gives them the understanding of the language with context and depth. But this large language models, their learning is completely different. It learn only the likelihoods and associations between words. That is the difference between these two things. I can go to the. So what is the expectations from LLM, large language models? Here I can give you some ideas about. It's a development process, continuation of developments going on. So probably more data is being fed to the large language models, and accordingly more efficient. Not in all disciplines of human intelligence, but wherever we can apply more efficient, more kind of effective way of getting responses from artificial intelligence will be expected. Then your expanding applications, so more applications will be kind of incorporated to the expansion of LLMs. Then we also have to look at the ethical considerations. So it's crucial to address ethical concerns related to bias, misinformation, and other things. So here, I would say I tried with ChatGPT a few days back. Then I got an answer from ChatGPT, response from the ChatGPT, and but which was completely different from what I understood about that topic. So I was asking about some topic, and it gave me some responses on the topic, and I was completely kind of dismayed with the way the ChatGPT gave me the answer. Then I asked ChatGPT once again that I think this you are not correct. It should be like that. Then immediately ChatGPT revised its opinion about the topic and responded the way I expected. So it's more like whenever you ask something, ChatGPT will follow you. It's not like ChatGPT will, or maybe artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence will give some opinion which contradicts with you. If it contradicts in the beginning, if you interact with him, then ultimately it will be aligned with your own way of understanding. So that's somehow that is another way of biasness, because it depends entirely on you. If you want your answer to be like this, then ChatGPT provides you the answer like this. If you want your answer to be on the other side, then if you after a few interactions, ChatGPT will provide you some answer the way you expect it to be. So this is some kind of something to do with ethical considerations, and we have to take care of this while using this generative AI. So let me come to this this subsection, you can say. What are the current AI trends in education? So as I have already mentioned, it has the personalized learning. It can be an assistant to teaching or teaching. It can be used as a content creator. Okay, so these are some of the current AI trends in education. So why this AI is being used in education? Because it is efficient, it is personalized, and you can access, and data-driven insights. So it is not kind of, you can say, it is specific. It is very much precise, and it is based on data. Therefore, this is the current trend of education, where you can say AI is being used. So as I have already mentioned a lot about ChatGPT, I don't want to spend more time, but ChatGPT is one of the tools where you can through which you can have generative AI models, and you can have feedbacks, you can have creations, and you can manage the classroom also through ChatGPT. Then let me give you some examples, because so far whatever I have been saying, it's all about the theoretical aspects, and now I am coming to some examples. Say, for example, suppose you want to prepare your lesson for your class, because nowadays it's as I have already mentioned, outcome-based education is being in place. and after NEP 2020, we have to design the learning outcomes for every course, the objectives, and therefore to achieve the learning outcomes, to attain the learning outcomes, we need to design our classroom, we need to design our curriculum also. And therefore, ChatGPT is a very good supporting hand. It has a supporting hand for us to design our planning of the curriculum. Say, suppose you ask the ChatGPT that design 5 learning outcomes from a course on microeconomics to be taught at undergraduate level. Now it will provide you 5 learning outcomes. Now the onus is on you, the responsibility is on you, whether you are going to use all of these 5 and whether you are satisfied with these 5 learning outcomes, or maybe you are expecting something else. Then you interact with it, the ChatGPT, and then it will give another 5 learning outcomes maybe. So over a time, you can say, over a time, if you keep on interacting with it, finally you will get the desired outcomes, the learning outcomes that can be designed for your course on say microeconomics in undergraduate level. Similarly, there are different examples, you can use them. Then, as I have already mentioned, personalized learning is there. So if you find it difficult to understand certain concept, then you can ask ChatGPT, or maybe like similar to ChatGPT, Perplexity is there. I will come to those different tools, and then you ask him, or I would say you ask it. Rather, I am saying him or she or her. I would say you ask it that that this is your level, this is your cognitive level, domain, and accordingly you just ask it to explain certain process. Say photosynthesis. The way photosynthesis is being taught probably to a 4th grader or a 6th grader or 7th grader will be different from explaining photosynthesis to a 10th or 11th grader. So according to the level of your cognition, you can ask ChatGPT or any other generative AI to explain photosynthesis, for example. Similarly, there are different ways. These are some of the examples. Then student engagement, how the students will be engaged in a classroom. Generate 10 engaging discussions question on the topic of World War II. Suppose you are teaching World War II, then you can ask some generative AI to prepare or to generate 10 engaging discussion questions. And these discussion questions you can throw among your students, and there will be an engagement, a student engagement in your class. So these are some of the kind of ideas or suggestions that is being provided by the generative AI that will help you in making your students understand, making your students engaged in your class, or maybe making your students motivated to whatever you are going to teach. Then essay writing and critical thinking, similarly, it has enough or ample scopes of using this generative AI in our teaching learning. These are some of the examples. That's all. How can I encourage students to think critically about media bias? So I don't want a direct answer, what is media bias or something like that. What I want ChatGPT or maybe any other generative AI to provide me some idea through which I can encourage my students to think critically about media bias. So it somehow reduces your kind of your repetitive tasks. Suppose you have some kind of understanding of media bias, but now it is not about media bias, it is about motivating your students or encouraging your students. So in that process, ChatGPT or any generative AI will help you out in getting the right kind of mode of management. So similarly, you have problem solving skills. You can use ChatGPT for, or the other generative AIs for this. Then you have group activities and collaboration, how group activities can be designed in your class. Nowadays, under NEP 2020, we have all the time looking at these activities like group activities, then collaboration, then community engagement, all these things. So here to find out different ways, different kind of options for this type of activities, the generative AI can be a help to the teachers. Then you can frame quizzes and assessments. Then you can manage the classroom also. If you need, I can provide you my slides also so that all the participants will be getting these things. Because of time constraint, I cannot spend more time on the slides because
Okay, sure, sir.
This is going to be a kind of complete 1 week of course material here, whatever I am presenting.
Right.
So if I spend say half an hour in each slide, then only I can show you some worked out examples and so many things. But here, some of the things we can do creative projects and writing. These are some of the things I can do, we can do. Then there is this tool. ChatGPT is the tool number one. The second one is this tool Dell E. That is a text to image generation. So you can use this for generating your image. Let me show you, for example. So these are some of the these are the pictures that we can generate. These are some of the pictures we can generate. Let me write something here. This is suppose I wanted to generate a picture of a boy standing by the side of a river. So ChatGPT does not have that ability, but it shows how I can give a prompt to say, for example, this Dell, where I can use this. I think this is not the right. Let me show you. I think this is visible to you, no? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is visible.
Okay, screen is visible, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
it's visible.
Okay. So let me show you. Let me first sign in probably. Yeah. Few days back, I created this one. A lady with an umbrella sitting by the river. There will be some ducks like this. So that was my prompt. Here I have to write. So about what I wanted to say, I wanted to draw, get a boy sitting by the river. What happened? It's not it's not allowing me to create. Number of image and prompt. Okay, yeah. Upload image. No, it's not that. Use prompt. No, it is not giving me the permission to create, but we can do this here itself. Some what I can do. No, it's not allowing me to write. Something is wrong with this. I have to check. But anyway, probably something is to be done with this particular, Zoom. Probably it is not compatible. Something like that happens because that prompt where I have to write the prompt, it is not being there. It's not giving.
Okay, maybe, sir.
Yeah. Because there is no prompt here where I can write something. But
Okay,
this was the image. This was the image.
Yeah.
You can see the prompt I wrote here. A beautiful lady is sitting by the side of a river with a multicolor umbrella looking with a heavy heart towards the river water while a herd of ducks flying in the distance. So this was the prompt I used, and then I got this picture. So this is how we can do. Yeah. I think because we don't have much time, I have to show so many things also. Okay. So there is another tool that is called Synthesia for video creation using AI avatars. So you can create videos with this tool. Then from text, then there will be Gamma AI. This is a very interesting AI. So here you can use this Gamma AI for preparing your presentations. In fact, whatever I am presenting before you, it is created with the help of Gamma AI. You can see on my slides on the right bottom, it's prepared with Gamma. So this is how we can, prepare catchy slides with AI. Probably this is those who are not using Gamma AI or maybe this type of AI equipped slides. This is completely a new way of presenting slides. So this is a very interesting way of handling AI. Then this is a Mentimeter. Mentimeter is a kind of another way of presenting your slides. Let me check if it works or not. So Mentimeter is something like I can share some slide and then you can open a website that is called menti.com. Then in the menti.com, if you put the code, you can see here, that will be, let me show you something. Yeah, so this is my question. This is my question. Are you interested in using AI in teaching? This has already been put in one of my presentations somewhere else. So everybody said that it is yes, 100%. Now, if I want to, you can see the code 586137775. Can you copy it? 5861 5861
586
13775.
13775. Yeah, it's copied, sir.
Yeah, it's in the picture. Yeah. So I will now present my slide, right? And you open your one browser. Can you open one browser? Everybody, if you can open one of your browsers and then click menti.com. Let me show you Menti. So can you open this menti.com, or should I show you how this can be done?
Yes, sir. Better you can show it because there may be some spelling mistakes. The site is not opening. Okay.
Okay, let me show you.
Okay, sir.
So I will show you here.
Sir, it is opening. It is opening.
It is opening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So can you see, can you put this code in that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I
they
put it.
ask for the code. They
Yeah,
ask for the code.
right, sir.
Okay. They ask for the code. Let me show you. They ask for the code. Now let me show you. Okay. So if you have seen that, then immediately you can this slide will be present in your screen also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It is visible in your screen. Yes. So you just, whether you are interested or you are not decided or no, you just put your poll over there. You
Okay,
vote,
sir. Okay.
and then you can see
Okay, okay. I am voting no.
you are voting no. Okay.
Okay. And I'm submitting it.
Okay. There comes 33% immediately.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
has not
Somebody has
decided. Not
not
decided.
decided.
So yeah, 25%, 25%, 50%, and there will be more people probably who will be joining us. So this is a kind of very interesting way of, both way, like it's motivating also, It can, it can immediately provide you the feedbacks, and
Right, sir.
so many things you can do with this. So it's a presentation AI with presentation skills. Okay, let me come to um, okay. So let me go to my slides once again. Okay, so this is Mentimeter. Then now coming to little bit of some AI tools in research. So there are plenty of this type of AI tools available in the internet. If you want, you can also interact with me, contact me, and there are more people. And there are, in fact, if you want more such tools, you can in fact interact with ChatGPT also. Then ChatGPT will also provide you some ideas how this can be availed. Okay. Then I have. So how much time do I have?
Sir, up to 1 p.m.
Oh, up to 1 p.m. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
up to 1 p.m.
So if you have any questions, you can ask. I can just take a break, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. If you have
Okay,
any,
sir.
if you have any questions.
Sir, I have unmuted all the participants. If they have any question, then they can ask directly to
Patara, you are muted. Okay,
Okay, okay.
now you can.
Okay, I have already, sir, unmuted all the participants. If they want to ask question to sir, then they can
Yeah.
directly question, and otherwise they can just write their feelings or their thoughts or their questions in the chat box. It is open for question. And I
Everyone.
believe sir's talk is so far so nice. I think, yeah, I have some questions coming. Thank you very much, sir. So I am going to read the comment. He write, thank you very much, sir, uh, for your informative lecture. I suggest your opinion on the following question. Can we encourage students to learn directly from the generative AI platform? Do you think that AI will attack the student more than attract the student more than direct teaching in the classroom? These are the two questions from his side.
Okay. Can we encourage students to learn directly from the generative AI platform? Do you
Yeah,
think the AI will attack the students from them than
more than
directly?
direct teaching in the
Okay,
classroom.
okay.
He's Gyanjyoti Rajpua, sir. Thank you, Gyanjyoti Rajpua, for your questions.
Thank you very much. In fact, that is a big concern nowadays. So we are also not clear exactly what to do, because we cannot shy away from AI, generative AI, and the responsibilities of the teachers has increased manyfold because of this. So why? Because you can see, if because when ChatGPT started in our assignments, if we give assignments, students will directly put their things in the ChatGPT, and whatever ChatGPT provides, they will submit the assignments like that. So probably many of us has that experience. Then yeah, I just I interacted with many people who are like working in these areas. So it's not about the students using generative AI, it's about how we are making them to use generative AI. So it is possible that students can use generative AI, but still they have to use their skills or their understanding to provide you an answer. It is possible. It is possible. say many of us have the experience that open book questions, open book exams. So open book exams are like you are allowed to take as many of books as you can. You can take all the books from your library or all the books, whatever you have, and you have to answer the question. So the question is, the answer is always to be developed by yourself. It's not available directly, readily available in the books. So something that can be, kind of a mechanism may be developed here also. Say yesterday I had a discussion with someone in my university. So if we ask someone, the students to put an assignment, write an assignment on something. So definitely if he goes to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will provide you some answers for that. But if you ask him to, you know, uh, collect something, some evidence of him being doing something along with the answer. Say, suppose you ask him to go to a community and collect some, oral history or something like that. I'm just giving an example. It may be a very bad example, in fact, but something like that.
ফ্ৰী গম পোৱা নাই যে কেতিয়া শেষ হয় ছেচনটো কি আছিলে বাৰু কামটো কি আছিলে এতিয়া
কি আছিলে কাম মানে বহি পেলাই ডিসকাস কৰিবই লাগিব একো নাই আমাৰ
Mute. I should.
Sir, excuse me, sir, you are muted, sir. Okay, now it's okay, sir.
Okay, so definitely, as I have already mentioned, that responsibility is on us, and we have to encourage students to interact with ChatGPT, of course, but we cannot allow them to use it blindly. We cannot allow them to use it blindly, and there comes our own intelligence. How we can make them, use ChatGPT, but at the same time use their own imagination, their own creativity, their own understanding, and how we can bring out that understanding from them. This is our responsibility. It's a big challenge. Theoretically, it is very easy to say. I would say theoretically it's very easy, but it's very difficult to implement. And
Yes.
therefore, this type of discussions are more welcome, and we have to encourage this type of discussions very often. We can make
Yes.
groups, we can have,
Yeah.
a lot of discussions. Even I suggest that there should be a WhatsApp group where we can
Yeah.
discuss after this session, kind of, FDP. There we can discuss how innovatively we can use this type of generative AI for our teaching and research.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Sir, there is another question for Alpana Borua. Thank you, Alpana Borua. She asks like, good afternoon, sir. Can the AI tool make any theory by itself from the study field based on old theory? That is our question. Thank you, Alpana, once again for your question.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see that. Thank you very much for this type of thing. In fact, I went through a Coursera course. I enrolled to a Coursera course, and there was an assignment that I should take an interview with ChatGPT about ChatGPT itself. It was very interesting. Look, this is the innovation. This is the creativity. So I was asked to interview the ChatGPT, about artificial intelligence, about generative AI. So I asked ChatGPT that, can you create something new based on whatever information you are being fed? Then ChatGPT told me that I can create something, but that is based on whatever knowledge I have.
Okay.
It's not like human intelligence. Like we can create something without anything. Out of nowhere, we can create something. We can imagine.
Okay.
But whatever ChatGPT is having, whatever artificial intelligence is having, it is based on whatever data is being fed to it. That is the only source of its understanding. So it's very interesting. That's why I would say Roger Penrose, a very great mathematician, he got
Yeah.
Nobel Prize in physics itself.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah.
Black hole theory.
Black hole, yeah, exactly. Roger
Yes.
Penrose is very much skeptical about, future of artificial intelligence. He says that the human intelligence cannot be comparable with artificial intelligence in the way that we understand infinity.
Yeah.
We understand infinity is not being understood by artificial intelligence the way we understand,
Yes.
right? So there
Yes,
are
sir.
quantum physics. So the
Yeah.
way quantum physics we understand the randomization process. Let me be not so technical in this because it's a varied group of people. So just giving you an example, then quantum physics, it has a randomization. That randomization, the way we understand it is not same as being understood by the AI. So this type of, lot of debates are going on, and I expect that more things will come up also in the future. Okay. So I think,
Yes, sir. There is another question from Porimita Bhuya. Thank you, Porimita Bhuya. She asks, like, thank you, sir, for your informative lecture. Sir, can you elaborate more on utilization of artificial intelligence for socio-emotional learning? Socio-emotional learning.
yeah, socio-emotional IT, what I understand from socio-emotional learning, like the effective domain, probably, is it what you are saying? Like effective psychomotor and cognitive. So I think you are talking about the domain of effective learning. So till as I just refer to again Rosa Penrose. Rosa Penrose says that human intelligence or human learning is not based on only computer or simulation. It's not only some mathematical calculations. We understand, we learn many things without any simulation, without any mathematical formulations. So if everything is mathematical formulation, then artificial intelligence will replace human intelligence. But because of this consciousness is nothing to do with simulation. What I understand when I say something, when you say thank you, sir, for your informative lecture, I have a pleasure, I have a feeling of pleasure. That pleasure is not being felt by the artificial intelligence so far.
Exactly.
So therefore, I think socio-emotional learning, the artificial intelligence is not so equipped with this socio-emotional learning. Even though it can provide you, even if you say Alexa, thank you, Alexa will also, respond.
Yes, sir.
Alexa, stop. When I spelled Alexa, immediately Alexa started responding, but without any feeling, without any emotions. That's the idea. Okay. I think we are done with that.
Sir, there is another question
Yeah.
from Orsana Saikia. Thank you, Orsana Saikia. She write like, thank you, sir. My simple inquiry is how we should be careful while using AI, or what are the limitations for students? She wants to ask about like what limitation we should put on the student regarding use of AI.
No, look, when there was mobile, we had kind of some monitoring, we had some limitations. We asked our students, our children also, that you have this period of time when you can use your mobile, something like that. But even though if you stick them to a particular period, if they want to learn something beyond that, whatever we are not expecting, they can learn it from there. So these things are coming up, like you cannot stop them using. It is our responsibility to engage them in such a way that they will only learn those things that they are supposed to learn from AI. That's what I keep on saying. And this is your innovation, this is your imagination. Some techniques you have to develop, for which you just ask them. Suppose you are giving a direct question, you are giving an assignment directly that explain this type of things. Then immediately the student will go to artificial intelligence and it will generate some text and it just submit it to you, right? But if you twist it, if you put your own imagination, if you twist it with your own intellectual kind of, your intellectual abilities, then probably the student will not be able to directly reproduce whatever is being suggested by the artificial intelligence. Or you can ask them to, provide some evidence. You can ask them to provide some evidence, so that for that, collecting that evidence itself, they have to work. You have to make them work along with artificial intelligence. That is the idea. And it is a big area. It is a big area of, discussion. We are still in a very nascent stage. What will be the future? We do not know. Right? I think we can continue with the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, so far, no question right now. So you can continue with your talk, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
One more question is there, Pathada, you please say, from
Yeah.
Dr.
Okay.
Deepa Barua.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Deepa Bora, thank you, Deepa Bora. She asks, like, sir, how you see the human perception and use of AI in learning?
It's kind of a philosophical question, I would say.
Yes, sir. It's philosophical. Yeah.
So you can see the perception is something that is being changing all the time. It's a very dynamic process. Like in, say, when it was internet, many people, when even it was computer, many people were like very much apprehensive that whether our kind of, human intelligence or whatever it is, those are being at stake or not. The computers will steal all our jobs, like that. Something like that, it happened. So then there was the understanding that no, computers are not going to steal our jobs. So that perception has changed. There are new areas, there are new avenues where new jobs have been created, right? So the same way as probably many of you are familiar with Yuval Noah Harari, Homo sapiens, Homo Deus, and all these things, all these books. In Homo Deus, Harari says that human will be Homo Deus in the future, and the Homo sapiens will be the artificial intelligence. So, according to him, it's a very kind of, overhyped statement, I would say. Homo Deus means we are going to the level of gods. So far, whatever we perceive about gods, we human beings have to be to the level of gods, and our activities will be completely performed by the artificial intelligence. So even if we are being gods, what does that mean? We have to be kind of controlling the Homo sapiens. If we are Homo Deus, we have to control the Homo sapiens. That means what we are today, maybe after 50 years, after 100 years, after 200 years, I don't know. We are going to have a different society where we are just controlling everything. We don't do works the way we are doing now. So it's a change of perception. And many people in that time also, they will be like apprehensive about what we are having. Right? And you can see if you look at the West, because people are more used to this type of things in the West, but even then in India also, you can see very remote places, they have mobiles. You have mobile towers. What does that mean? Your mobile is with you in a very remote place also. You can do all sorts of things what the rest of the world, the West people are doing. That means what? That means the whole kind of, ecosystem has completely changed. The perception is also equally changed. So I think this is how um, I think I understand the whole situation, what you are talking about. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, there are some questions, but it can be discussed after the talk also. So
Yeah.
I request, because time will be a limitation.
Yes,
Some
yes.
questions are still there. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes, yes. But I am very much happy that I have, created some inquisitiveness in your minds, and you are asking questions.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We are also very happy to see participants are actively participating.
And
Thank you.
like it enhances my understanding also, because I
Okay, sir.
am also a
Yes,
learner. It
yes,
has
sir. That's true.
my
Yes,
learning also in this way.
yes.
Okay, so now coming to this second part of my talk, where I am going to talk about little bit of research, how artificial intelligence can be used in research, and how ethically we can use artificial intelligence in research. So you must be kind of dismayed with different information or news that artificial intelligence can create a whole paper, artificial intelligence can generate a paper, it can be published in very good journals, even though without, using human intelligence. And that way there is a term called, what is it called? Paper, paper mill. So paper mill is a concept that is coming up, where people, a group of people, they are working using artificial intelligence, and they can publish papers, thousands and thousands of papers they can publish, and with citations and everything they can do. So these are some of the kind of, apprehensions about AI being used in research, but there are some positive angles also, positive directions also there, through which we can use artificial intelligence in our research. So as AI, I have already defined. So what is AI in research? AI powered tools and technologies are empowering researchers with unprecedented capabilities to streamline workflows, uncover insights, and push the boundaries of knowledge. Okay. So what are the different applications? Across the social sciences, AI is being leveraged to automate tedious tasks, uncover hidden patterns in large data sets, because when we are dealing with large data sets, it is only AI without which we cannot do. Because as I mentioned, this year's chemistry, Nobel Prize in Chemistry is based on that. It was a large data set of protein structures, and AI was the only option through which people can find out the shapes of the proteins in human body or animal body, whatever. So this could not have been done without use of AI. So AI is inevitable in some sense. Okay. Then it can enhance efficiency and speed. It improves accuracy and precision. It let me show you. It yeah. It has some data. That data has to be analyzed, and finally it can generate some texts for you. Okay. Then what are the AI powered research tools? AI powered research tools are like software that use AI and machine learning to assist researchers across the research process and automating tasks. Some of the examples are where you can use AI tools like data analysis, literature review, survey, then test construction, even manuscript preparation also we can use Grammarly, then hypothesis generation, plagiarism detection, data visualization. These are some of the areas where AI can be used. The original idea has to be yours. that cannot be changed, that cannot be replaced by AI. But whatever idea you have, based on that idea, you can direct the AI to give you the results, the data analysis, the survey, the review of the literature. Then you detect the plagiarism, how much similar, how much authentic your findings are. So this type of certain things can be used, can be found or obtained through using AI. Like, why use them? Because we get benefits. That will be a faster way of doing it, accurate way of doing it. It is going to be a kind of collaborative research where we can have from different disciplines, we can have people, and we can have collaborative research also. And finally, some problems that society needs to be solved, that problems can be solved through this. And ethical practices are also important. So, some of the importances of AI tools for research, as you can see, it can enhance data analysis, it can improve literature reviews, facilitated surveys and tests, then advanced qualitative research, then ethical research practices, increased collaborations, trend analysis, forecasting. So many things are there what you can do through these AI tools, right? Some of the tools for research, you can make a snapshot or you can take a screenshot of this particular screen, because you can see there are a lot of tools I have compiled from different sources. Here the free tools, the premium tools. It's not premium tools, it's premium tools. That means some of the features are free and some of them are costly, like you have to pay. So you can see Research Rabbit, Connected Papers, Google, Microsoft Form, Google Form we keep on using all the time. Then RStudio is there, a statistical tool. Then we have SPSS paid tools, like that. So these are some of the research tools we can use. Then some of the free tools, further free tools for literature sources, like for the first one is Connected Papers. You can see Connected Papers, how this can be done. So this is, I think this screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, so this is Connected Papers. It's an AI tool through which you can find out different papers connecting to a particular keyword. Say, for example, let me give you my area of research so that I can give you some idea about how this is done. So I am putting this cooperative game theory. So this is my area of research. You can see a lot of papers on that area will pop up here. It is something similar to Google search, but here you can have different features also, like you have a summary of the paper itself. You have a summary of the papers here. Then you have applications, different applications of cooperative game theory, and so many different things are there. And you can get ideas, or you can have the connections. That's why it is called connected. So you have the connections of papers connecting to the topic you have typed, right? Then your PubMed is there. Then there are, for the social science people, or maybe, yeah, of course, for the social science people, hypothesis testing is a very important aspect. Hypothesis generation and testing. So there are some of the, these are some of the tools. RStudio is being used by the statisticians, statistics people. So in the RStudio itself, you can have different hypothesis generation and testing kind of features. Then similarly, IBM Watson Studio is there. I have never tested these things, but I have just compiled these websites or the software or AI tools so that you can use it for users. Okay. Then there are other tools for constructing tests, because you can say chi-square test or student test. These are some of the tests most of the social scientists are using. Now, these are some of the AI tools through which you can use those tools, and you just put the data over there, and the tools will provide you the results. And whether that results are useful for you or relevant to you, it will be decided by you. Okay, that means you cannot rely on the whole results, entire results on it. You have to look at it, you have to verify, you have to check whether this is what you expected or this type of things you need to do. That means the human intervention is very much important in this type of things. Then data analysis and visualization, because data analysis is very important. And then we have to visualize also, like some curve plotting, some diagrams are to be drawn. These type of things are to be done through these type of AI tools. As I am going to share these slides with you, so probably you don't have to worry for recording these things. Anyway, then there are plagiarism detection tools like Grammarly is already there. We use Grammarly for grammar checking, and also we can use it for plagiarism detection. Then there are Turnitin. Turnitin is being used by many libraries for similarity check. Then Urkun was earlier used, but nowadays Urkun is not there. Drillbit is there. Drillbit is used by most of the Indian universities for checking the plagiarism. Then there are also citation management tools, because when you are writing a paper, you have to go for a particular citation pattern, because that is whatever is being approved by the concerned journal. You have to adopt that particular citation pattern. So these are certain citation management tools through which you can we can follow this particular citation patterns. Then some of the more AI tools that can be used or that has been used in research, one of them is consensus. Let us see what is it all about. So it is AI search engine for research. So for example, again, if I use this, what it will show. So it will show different papers. It will show different papers on cooperative game theory, right? You can see these are some of the papers on cooperative game theory. First, it gives you an idea, basic idea about cooperative game theory, so that you can have, the understanding of the basic understanding of the topic, and then it concludes also. Then you go for the related areas or related papers that has been there in the internet. These are some of the papers that has been kind of this. So this is how consensus works. Then similarly, we have Elicit, we have Perplexity. Perplexity is something similar to ChatGPT, and it can generate text also. Then Connected Papers is also something similar to that one. Then Research Rapid is another one. Scholarcy is like it can give you the abstracts. Like, let me show you. Summarize, it can summarize, analyze, and organize your research. Let us, I think it will take time. I don't want to spend time here now. Then Summerverse is another software AI tool through which you can make summary of the research papers, because there are millions of research papers on a particular topic. Then it's very difficult manually to find out which research paper is relevant, very much relevant to your own area of research. So, and which research paper has already published something which you expected to publish yourself. So it is very much important to find out or your relevant research papers through these particular AI tools. Similarly, these are some of the other things. Okay. Then let me come to the last part of my talk today, the challenges and ethical considerations. As I have given you so many positive things, so many, what to say, like beautiful things, I would say, about use of AI, but there are challenges and there are ethical considerations as well. We have to look into it. As I believe all of us are teachers, the responsibility is on us, how responsibly and sensibly and ethically we use AI tools for our teaching and research. So the first thing is over-reliance. That is a big challenge for us. It is a risk of dehumanizing education by reducing human interaction. So if we go on over-relying on AIs, then somehow we'll be drifting apart from our cognitive capabilities. So it may happen that after some point of time, we are not going to, kind of prepare a slide of our own. We are just using Gamma. We give some inputs to Gamma, and Gamma will prepare some slides for us. So that rigor, intellectual rigor that is being required to keep our mind active, that rigor may be lost some. Therefore, over-reliance is a big challenge for us. Then bias, as I have already mentioned, bias is a big challenge, another big challenge, because some of the information, some of the data that is more in the internet, that is more in the system, and some other data, some other information are not at all available in it. So when you talk about something which is related to not available data and that not available information, definitely the system will not provide you a reasonable response. So that biasness is very much important. And cost, because these all AI tools, as you can see, if you check yourself, you can see all the AI tools are very costly, in a way. So only very few features are being provided to you free of cost. Most of them are costly, and therefore cost is a big hindrance for us to use AIs. Then privacy. Then privacy is again another concern. But again, when you ask ChatGPT that suppose you are putting a paper, or maybe uploading your research paper, and you ask whether you ask for some response from ChatGPT, and then whether if you ask ChatGPT whether ChatGPT will keep that paper with it, it will say that it will not keep those things. Whatever you are putting, it will not keep it for future. So that way, that privacy will not be lost. But in many other cases, there are instances that your privacy is completely lost. As I have told you, whenever you go to Guwahati, Google knows that you are going to Guwahati, even though your family may not know it. Sometimes what happens, Amazon tries to give you so many options. I am fond of, different types of shoes, for example. Amazon gives me so many options of shoes all the time. Whenever I open Amazon starts suggesting me different shoes. Sometimes I feel that Amazon knows better than me what my choice is all about. So this type of privacy is being lost. Then hallucination. I have already mentioned that there are some hallucinated responses that can come from artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence. Let me give you an example. Suppose you want something on a particular topic, and you ask the artificial intelligence that provides some references also with that topic. It can provide you the references like author name, title of the paper, title of the journal, with all bibliographic references. But if you copy it and look at it in Google, you will get such data never exists. So that's a kind of hallucination. Okay, so artificial intelligence is still to overcome this hallucination. Till now, we are getting a lot of such hallucinated responses. And aligning with what is asked, as I have already mentioned. So if you say that you are wrong, I think this is what it has to be done, then artificial intelligence will also follow what you are saying, and it will say, okay, I'm sorry, it should be like this. Then again, if you say that, no, you are wrong, it should be like that, then artificial intelligence again, will align with whatever you asked. So kind of, unbiased opinion, it's very hard to get from artificial intelligence because it is something which is artificial. It's not natural. That's the reason behind it, right? And this is all. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. I have taken almost 2 hours, and I can see all the people are kind of sitting passionately, listening to the talk. Thank you very much. And thank you, Partho, Visit, and all the people behind this particular FDP for giving me this chance to share my views. And if you have any questions, please.
Yes, sir. We are full of question again.
Oh,
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I will read the question. Anindita Mahanta. Thank you, Anindita, for your question. She asks, thank you so much, sir, for this insightful session. My question is, how dangerous AI is in academia, especially in research? Does it, in a way, killing our inquisitive mind? What we can do to overcome these challenges? This is a question for Anindita Mahanta. Thank you, Anindita.
Anindita, let me ask you this question. When did you post this question? After what I have said, all these things, or before what I have said?
Sir, let me. Yeah. Okay. Sir, I
Because
have made her a co-host, so she can now, she can directly talk to you. Anindita, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
Anandita,
sir.
please.
Yes, sir. I have asked it before, actually.
yeah, now I think you have your answer.
Yes, sir.
At least partial answer. I am not
Yes,
the right
sir.
person, or maybe I am not that much kind of, someone who can give you the full answer, but at least partially I tried to give you the answer through my presentation.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, sir, for this session.
thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Next
Sir,
question.
there is a question from Ranjan Kumar Nath. He states that, thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. It is very much informative. Sir, I have a simple question. How the AI will impact the job market? He is concerned about the job market.
Exactly. That's a very interesting thing. Let me tell you 2 of my own experiences, very recent experiences. Recently, as I have told you, I went through 2 courses on Coursera on artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence, and prompt engineering, something like that. So probably my information has been already shared with some of the job companies. And they gave us 2 offers working from home, one for teaching AI mathematics. That's an interesting job that is being provided to me, offered to me by an agency because they got all my information through LinkedIn, and also they connected it through this course on Coursera. And now they offered me this particular job that I have to teach the AI mathematics. What type of mathematics? Say, for example, algebra. Suppose somebody asks some question to the AI, and AI gives an answer. Whether that answer is reliable, whether that answer is kind of, the actual answer, because these are some of the, things that depends, that gives the, reliability of the particular AI. Definitely the agencies who are building up these AIs, they have to be very much conscious about the quality control. And therefore they want some technical people who would be kind of, giving them feedbacks about whether the answers provided by the AI are correct or not. So this is a very interesting job offer for me. And per hour, if I am interested, per hour I will get $100. Per hour I can get $100. You can see. So this is one type of a job that is being coming up. Recently, I got another offer that is called social media manager. So you see Facebook, you see all the social media, Insta, X, earlier Twitter. So everywhere, some human intervention is required, and these are called social media managers. So these are new jobs coming up. So what is my point is the following, that you do not expect that the jobs that were there in 19th century or 20th century will still exist. Every 5 years now onwards, there will be new batches of jobs. There will be new areas coming up. There is a new group of people who will be equipped with something else, some other capabilities, abilities, or skills, which we were not skilled with, we were not empowered with, right? So that means it's a very kind of volatile, as I have already mentioned. It is very volatile, it's very dynamic. You never know your student after, doing a BSc in mathematics, your student will do a master's and then only go for a teaching job. It's not like that. The student can go to artificial intelligence. The student can go to data analytics. The student can go to somewhere else. Someone from history may not go to college, may not go to a teaching job. He or she can be employed by a software company for writing the manuals for the software. Nowadays, that's a very lucrative job. Software companies, they want someone to write manuals because these manuals are very much important for them to sell their products. You understand my point? Like, sell their products is very important. So the manual should be so written that it has to communicate whatever is being supposed to be designed, and also it has to follow the kind of culture, the customs of a particular community of the people, society. So a person from history, a student from history can also go to, a student from language can also go to some software company. These are some examples. So job market is never going to end, or job market will go to change all the time. And along with that, our mindset should also change. It is not that we are going to teach a batch of students who would be first graduates and then after that masters, and then they will come back to teach the same thing whatever we have been teaching. It's not like that. Okay, so the whole process will be changing. The whole process will be changing, and along with that, our mindset should also change. That is also important. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, sir. There is another question from Govinda Goswami. He asks about particular AI tool that can be useful for the teaching in the subject of mathematics.
There are actually some of the AI tools. In fact, that is there in my slides itself. I am going to share it with you. So basically what happens in teaching of mathematics, different tools are there at different level. Say for the school grades, for the school students, say for example, GeoGebra is a very interesting tool through which you can design graphs, you can design shapes and other things. You can show it to them. Okay, so for a little bit on the higher side, if you go, say for example, algebra or something like that, there are different tools also. But basically, even if you want to use ChatGPT also, you can get a lot of inputs from ChatGPT to apply in your classes. So these are different tools. Of course, there are different tools, visual tools you can use, and those tools are already given in my slides. I am going to share it with you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. If there is no other question, thank you so much, sir, for your time. It was a very pleasant talk, and I hope our participants are very much benefited from your talk. And thank you so much. And from the organizing team, now we just want to felicitate you with our token of love and a certificate for your nice presentation here. Thank you. I'm going to present on the screen, or maybe one of my co-hosts can help me to present it on the screen. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me come out of my sharing screen. I think.
Okay. And I have also a discussion announcement for the participant. Our next session will start from 2 p.m. and we are going to keep the link same. Again, we are going to post in the WhatsApp group, but the link will be same. And you can join by clicking the link again. And the feedback form for this session has already been shared with you in the chat box or again in the WhatsApp group. So you can fill up the feedback form and submit to us as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your attention. And I am now going to share this slide. So felicitate Professor Surajit Borkotokey, sir. Thank you.
So it's a good thing that you are putting a digital felicitation.
Yes, sir. I'm trying my best.
Thank you very much.
Parada, you please share.
Okay, actually, I'm looking for it.
Yeah, it is there.
Where?
I think Prof has provided it.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
everyone see?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is visible. Sir, is it visible to you, sir?
Yes. It is visible. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, we will send it via post, sir.
Okay. So that means there is a hardware component also. Okay.
Yes, sir. This is only the soft component.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best for the rest of the kind of days and rest of the
Okay, sir.
event. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
sir.
much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Goal or